coding done by our technician at the moment, so please just stay calm. Sadly, our technician is trying every code command there is possible, but the game is not recognizing any of it. I can see him trying to do command slash next session, not recognized. Command slash skip session, not recognized. Command slash next, not recognized. Command slash next session, try it again. Um, Try it without the space with it in it. He resorted to one of the best options in the world of trying to fix the code. He is referring to one of the greatest websites on the planet. He's going to Google, ladies and gentlemen. What a man. As you can see here, well, there is an entire code screen in front of my face at the moment. He has done it! We are in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite tense to look at because we had no idea how to fix the computer, but it's fixed. At least I hope. Mission Spinow, what a horrible, horrible name I have to add, is just leading right now after exiting the pits. We have 50 minutes of qualifying. He's just trying to heat up his tires, as you usually see the drivers just weaving all over the place. There's a driver behind him who just went ahead, and the other McLaren Papaya colored F3 car just went ahead again. And his car appears to be quite difficult to handle. I just heard some noises coming around from other places. I think that is, ladies and gentlemen, Noah Schneider, who had just decided to join up. Hasselverheyen, very hard on the brakes, locking up a bit. Going onto the grass and the gravel, I think he will have a tough job on his hands, because I have to add, this track is very hard and difficult to drive on. It has very high elevations and deep downhill turns, which is very hard on the front tires, which just kills and destroys the front tires, making the car very unstable after a few laps. So drivers have to be absolutely very careful when they enter a few corners. I would like to inform Noah Schneider to please lower the sensitivity of his headset and move closer to it. Otherwise, we will have many weird sounds of his own computer and his keyboard going all over the place. Flying lap of this. Oh no, this is just still an out lap.
Yeah, and we can always also see here that maybe his little holiday in the gravel may scratch his floor, increase the performance of the car. It's also possible. It's really a difficult corner, turn 3, because the inside is really not straight than the outside if you drive an outside line into it.
So you would argue this is a slow and fast out corner?
Yeah, it's like almost like the bus stop chicane. It's
And
the
he's just gone
inside
off.
is yes. Oh, that's all.
Oh, that was close. Jeff Jacobs nearly hitting, and he's just gone off by himself.
Yeah, that's almost looking like Kimi Räikkönen today qualifying it.
Yes. Well, we shouldn't argue about another motorsport while we're doing our own motorsport. Let's just not get distracted. How many times have you driven this track? Knowing you live very close to it.
I've been sometimes, multiple times I've driven it on the GT3 class. With the GT3 cars, they're more heavier and not that as nimble as the Formula 3 cars are. But I've also driven it with other types of Formula cars, and it's really easy to lock up the inside, the right tire would it be in corner 3. And also it's difficult to judge the braking points because you never know, because you can't see very well, the apex.
Is it after the exit of turn 4? I think it is, which is an uphill corner, which is a blind corner again, and it just goes downhill from there, and it's very difficult to find the braking point. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's almost like that, yeah.
Yeah, turn 4. I remember doing this on VR. I'm trying to apply to an automotive engineering school, and they had one of those VR setups, and they had, well, sadly, they had project cars, which is the worst simulator ever. And I tried to do a lap on it, and it had a 117. Oh no, yes, I was on a 117. But you can see these absolute brilliant drivers struggling to even put down a 119. You can, and it's just terrible because this track is just so unforgiving. You make one mistake
Yeah,
and you're off.
you can't. Yeah, it's, and as you already mentioned before, the elevation is plays a big role in here. There are corners like turn 6 where you need to get all the power with you through the corner and to the exit, what, because you're rolling downhill. Turn 7 and turn 8 are also pretty difficult because there's an elevation change in the middle of turn 7. And also the final turn, turn 10, which is a fast, slow, medium speed corner. And as you see here, Jeff Jacobs also locked up through the very, as we mentioned before, turn 4, the Rauch corner.
Ah, yes, I remember that. That was one of the most bloody annoying corners I ever took in a sim car. Cause it's you just don't know what to do after you lose control. Do you like correct it? Do you just let it go and maybe catch on afterwards? But y y I hate this
Jeff
track.
Jacobs getting there in pretty big traffic.
Yeah, it was that's Mission Spinner he just overtook. I just hope there is no one ruining somebody else's qualifying lap, just as we saw in Formula One Canada last week. Jeff Jacobs
Yeah,
Jeff Jacobs putting down a 119.843.
but still 7 tenths off pace. And I think there was a car off track, but didn't know. I don't know if it just was the smoke getting smoke. I'm sorry, dirt getting. And on the Swart, really good braking we saw there, because here you can brake a little later into turn 3, because it's uphill, and also if the wind direction is perfect, you can brake even more late.
He's trying to do his absolute best, I think, as you can see, because the brakes are just glowing all over the place. But you can still see that he is very nimble, and you can, do you see that? That car just shaking all over the place as it goes over the curbs over there.
Yeah.
There it does it again. That car, it's the track just shaking all over the place.
Yeah, at some places on the track between 7 and 8, they unfortunately don't have a name. And on the sim car I've driven, the force feedback on my steering wheel was really shaking all over the place. And as may the viewers know, ladies and gentlemen, you know that some steering wheels have pretty decent force feedback, as the Fanatec wheels have a, yeah, so I said pretty decent force feedback, and it was shaking really all over the place. And I was trying my best to hold the car straight as possible. And as you see there under the sward, goes uphill, brakes late, and oh,
Whoa!
there he gets a little snap oversteer on the exit. And now, I don't know if he's continuing the fast lap just to
I don't
test
think.
where the limits are, because sometimes if you screw up the lap, you can keep on pushing, so you know for the next lap where the limits are. Because if you don't just drive with in third gear and all the time, so you don't know where the limits are and you don't gain on experience.
Indeed. Here we can see the suspension itself trying to stay on the ground with the driver Barnsdale. Oh my God! What just happened over there?
And this car is really laggy, as we play online on I hope they're not. They're still it's stable servers, but I don't want to mention other racing game servers. They're not that stable. But we have experience and we know a set of courses pretty decent. And we start here now the lap with Barnsdale in the red car with the number 2 is getting a really good exit on the yellow apex that's just in the regulations. Now he's heading up to the really light left-hand corner, which is Frutura, turn 2. Now turn 3. Ooh, and yeah, he
Ah.
overcooked it on the exit.
Well, I think that is the end of that lap, but we saw some beautiful sportsmanship of the other driver just moving out of the way to let M. Barnsdale trying to do his own lap. Could you probably go and have a look what driver Mr. Barnsdale's first name is? Because it is quite annoying that we can't see it on the
and
screen.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and we saw not 2 drivers on turn 3 who like oversteered really badly if they couldn't finish their lap.
Yeah, uh, we
Is
saw
it
a
just?
lot. We saw a
Is
lot of drivers having a lot of oversteer, and you should have seen the beginning of the race because I don't know where he is, but Vladislav Muchulienko was just drifting all over the place, just like he was doing it on purpose. I do not know if he did it by accident or on purpose, but he really, really seriously was drifting like it was Tokyo Drift, and he was just having fun over there. And I got upset because this is not Formula racing. This is just Formula Drift. This is not rally racing.
Yeah, but it's pretty true. But we know some really good drivers also in real life. For example, Kimi Räikkönen, he likes a pretty oversteery car, but that's not as oversteery as Vladislav Muchulienko does it, because I know him from other race classes. He raced with me in LMP2, and he likes when the car a little bit oversteer. And here we see Jeff Jacobs having a really good exit, not as other drivers did. And currently all drivers out except for Mission Spino. He's in the pits with a 120.1. And we saw just one person move up, 7th place with a 19.709.
Oh my god, Vladislav Muchulienko just took provisional pole position from a 118.488. Do you think Stein Prince will improve on that time?
We saw in last qualifying last weekend, we saw Steinprint really improving during the qualifying, because this track is one of those tracks. They're improving really much when you drive more.
Ooh, very wide, Jeff Jacobs as he enters that corner.
Yeah, they should have put out of turn 9. Turn 9 is also mid high speed corner. He's when you're going through, you just tap the brakes a little bit, and then as you see here from Max Janssen, he's just a little on the edge. You have to balance the car just right to get in this corner.
Yeah, it's a bit of like trying to predict where the car will be after a bump. I do like the Camel Grand Prix livery there, but I think
Yeah,
but I think we have to disqualify him because tobacco advertisements are illegal.
yeah, that's true. We're here to do clean sports, like cool and clean.
Oh bloody hell! Who gives a crap? Before this race started, I was actually smoking a cigarette anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, good that you didn't name the brand.
Yeah, I didn't name the brand anyway. Let's just say Ferrari likes them. Anyway, Max Janssen exiting that corner very well. Funny thing is, though, he has a Honda livery on his car, even though it's powered by Ferrari, just like Renault and Honda at Red Bull. The same bullshit every day. Very bumpy on the exit right there as he tries to do his absolute best after he enters the long left parabolica as he goes over to the curbs. Very hard on the tires, but also on the power as he goes over that little hill. I think he's onto a flyer. Wow, very fast into the very last few corners. He gives a little drift, but he still manages to go over the line. What's it going to be? Is it going to take on? He opens up his DRS. It's going to be a
118.8.
bloody hell. He took P3, ladies and gentlemen. That is one hell of a good race. I was actually confused between his name, and Jeff Jacobs' time.
because he was racing really good. He put the car right on the right place. You saw him through the 6, 7, 8, and 9 corners. You saw him putting the car on the perfect place on the apex, like on the curbs. It's really
Ooh.
important through those corners that you can get the speed with you and the power, so you don't have to accelerate as much if you don't.
Yeah, you just have to know when you have to lift up. Stein Prince having a terrible entrance into the first corner. I don't think he'll make it. I think this is going to be... Oh, Stein Prince is on pole position, ladies and gentlemen. He's on provisional pole. Maybe he's going to take the pole position away from Vladislav Buchlianko. Oh my
Already
god!
spins. Yes. That's not disappointed, but not surprised. Because
Well,
it's the corner, it's the tricky one. It's toward turn 4. We saw,
well,
yeah.
yeah, I saw the meme reference you just did there, but this is going to be one hell of a race with us two commentating on one hell of a difficult track. We still got 20 seconds of qualifying left.
He may start off. Oh, yeah, he gets on the curbs on the exit. That's also a really big problem here. When you get on the curb during accelerating, the car is really unstable.
Yeah, we saw last year in Formula One after Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas only just going slightly over the curbs, destroying the entire gearbox, and both Mercedeses were out of the race. And the victory was taken by Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, and Ferrari in P2 and P3. But that was one hell of a race and one hell of a disappointment for Mercedes themselves. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after 10 seconds due to the start of our Ace Racing League Austrian Grand Prix.
And from the capital city. You have 2
Lights,
hours.
4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights, and lights out, and away we go. After the start of the Austrian Grand Prix, Vladislav Buchlianko getting very close behind Stein Prince as he tries to go into his slipstream, but you don't want to be over there after you get no downforce at all. After you getting, there is a driver over there. I think that's Mission Spinow going very wide after the exit, but Vladislav Buchlianko challenging for the lead.
And there was also a car stalling. I don't know if he was stalling behind. The yellow car with the camel livery, he stalled at the start. It was a really bad start. Here, 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers away from the capital city of Austria, in the middle of the Austrian Alps, we have a great battle between Vladislav Buchlianko and Stein Prince. There's one driver slightly on the grass out of turn 4, and now they're heading into the left-hander inside. Very nice move of Stein Prince, right at the outside.
Indeed, very good racing of Steinprinz, but will he be able to stay ahead of Vladislav Muchilienko, who's very much wanting to win a race again because Steinprinz is coming very close to the championship lead. Vladislav Muchilienko has been leading the championship since the beginning, but I think Steinprinz, if he keeps up his performance, will surpass him. Here he is on the main straight. He's going to have still no DRS activated, but he is not close enough into his slipstream. But oh my god, they
Very
just
good
go
on the brakes.
very good on the brakes. He just shaved off a few tenths of the time right there. Over to you, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, you see here now in the midfield, the cars are really timed behind this. This is a track where you really go out. They crashed in front.
They crashed!
They crashed the leaders.
Oh my god, the leaders of the race have crashed!
And David Lenz, oh, they're spinning. They're all spinning. And we're just hearing here from race control. Vertical safety car is deployed. No overtaking.
Oh my god.
We missed something here.
We just had one hell.
And we see Vladislav Muchilienko, 9th place.
Vladislav Muchilienko is in ninth place, ladies and gentlemen. That means we might see one hell of a charge through the entire field of one of the cool.
And there's a car overtaking. Only the Swart is overtaking on their safety car.
I think
oh no, the safety car is. Yeah, it's not deployed yet.
Some heavy. Oh, is there still no safety car deployed
No,
yet?
it's not deployed right now. And it's deployed now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. We
right
saw.
there, Vladislav Muchilienko trying to go.
Oh no, he's not. He's not. He knows the rules. Well, it's driving side by side, and Brandon Kruger got the fastest lap.
Oh my god! What a horrific crash! He just red-white T-boned into him. That was inevitable. He just went very hard into the side of him. We are going to see one hell of a safety car right now. Thank God this is simulation, because if this was real life, this would have been one hell of a terrible accident. Steinprinz in the lead, and his main nemesis, Vladislav Muchilienko, is all the way down in P6. We still have 25 laps left of the race. Do you think Vladislav Muchilienko will have it in himself to overtake Steinprinz again, or is he going to end up somewhere else away from P1?
We saw a very good charge to the field from Vladislav Muchilienko multiple times, so I think he's as talented far as Steinprinz. No doubt they're all great drivers, but I think we will see a really, really big charge of Vladislav Muchilienko setting on right here.
But we have to remember, Steinprinz is way more at home at this track, because I have seen it before. Steinprinz is way more comfortable on this track than Muchilienko is. And he's going to have a lot more difficulty trying to overtake people on the uphills and downhill corners.
Yeah, that's true. We see now here all the drivers lined up behind each other, trying to keep the heat in their tires and in their brakes, because if you don't have any brakes, or if the brakes are too cool, you can't brake properly. And this is also a factor you have to remember. On the last Grand Prix in Canada, they were as really close behind that they couldn't brake because one of the brakes overheated, and this can be a problem for the drivers and also for the cars if they drive too close behind each other for too long time.
Very annoying. There is still a 30-second until 2 laps. We will see the end of the virtual safety car.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after this virtual safety car ends. It will be really, really a big chaotic race start, because those drivers here, they know it. They have the slipstream, and also we're entering lap 5 next lap. so they all have DRS after the safety car is ending. So we'll see some overtaking, and maybe we'll see some really, really good racing here.
Quite magnificent.
Yeah, and if you, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching, enjoying this race, please hit the subscribe and like button and turn on the bell for notifications if you don't want to miss any next other race.
I just keep forgetting doing that because I hate I hate doing it.
Yeah, it's just got in my mind right now, and we're having now 2 races left, ladies and gentlemen. The next 2 races are the Nürburgring will unfortunately not race on the Nordschleife. And we'll see here some really, really slow driving of Stein Prince.
I think we should be happy we aren't doing the North Star because that would be one of the longest and annoying races because everybody would be crashing all over.
Yeah, yeah, we know that from online racing. Not every driver can drive this track as well.
Well,
But anyway, we'll see
I
here now last lap of virtual safety car. And
just saw a driver all the way in the back of the field. I don't think did he just mess up over there.
It was Jason Kruger actually, and he has a 50 gap seconds. I don't know, maybe he was in the pits and switched to hard tires.
Well, he is allowed at this moment to overtake
and
stay back. Why is that happening?
Spinning. Somebody spun at the safety car.
Nikolai Nagelveld. That's Nikolai Nagelveld, ladies and gentlemen. It just spun all over the place and it's just gone into the wall. He did a Roman Grosjean. It was Ericsson's fault.
Yeah, no, wait. Who was behind him first?
Yeah, I think it was Marcus Ericsson.
Oh yeah, of course, and yeah, Marcus Ericsson. We saw him right there, going through our screen with his IndyCar right into his rear bumper.
Bloody Swedish man. Anyway, let's not give up our racism against Swedish people because Marcus Ericsson is happily living his life in the IndyCar. Anyway, let's see how the drivers will perform. There has been a crash again in the virtual safety car, ladies and gentlemen. So here we are again starting our racing. After the first driver crosses the line, the virtual safety car will be gone. We are racing again, ladies and gentlemen. Stein Prince coming along now to the first corner. As you can see, his disc brakes aren't glowing as much as usual, meaning he is very light on the brakes. I think he's trying to save them up for the rest of the race. Michilienko still in P7 as he tries to do his absolute best charging through the field. If you can see some onboard footage of that. Race control.
Thank you. And here we see on second place the car that unfortunately stalled at the start, if I'm right. The yellow bright car. Now Swart is really driving really slow out of the exit of turn 4 to turn 5. Now they're heading into turn 6. Maybe. Ooh, they're so close from touching, and now Honor the Swart can keep the gap to the car behind through turn 8 right now. Now the 2 difficult corners where you need to have very big speed. They're just right, and the green car behind him, I unfortunately don't know his name very sorry. Is having a really good drive, and now behind him there's an overtake from Vladislav Muchilienko, who is in.
Oh my god!
Second, he's fourth right now.
That was a beautiful overtake.
With DRS also, and he's already in 4th position here on the second DRS straight. He's running uphill to get him on the brakes.
Oh, he's gonna go through the inside, and he does it!
He's really good at the brakes. Yes, Vladislav Muchilienko. What an overtake on the brakes. Daniel Ricciardo style, ladies and gentlemen.
Very beautifully done, going very late onto the brakes and outbraking his opponent, but not too much that he just goes onto the gravel here on board with Hasselverheyen. He's going to have a shot at Arnold Swart, but he still manages to stay very close next to him. Excuse me, that is actually Jeff Jacobs who's trying to stay very close to him. No, that's not Jeff Jacobs. I guess damn it, I just keep forgetting what to say at these moments because I'm very much under pressure. Noah, over to you.
Yes, yeah, I'm also under pressure. It's really exciting, this racing we see here too. This third final corner, they're heading now. Who's better on the brakes? They need to give them space.
And he's
Really
been
fair
overtaken by Jeff
racing.
Jacobs. It's Max Jansen and he's done a spin.
Spins.
Oh my god, everyone is spinning all over the place. Who is this? Is everyone becoming Sebastian Vettel at this point?
That was really offensive to our Ferrari fans watching. But here is Max Jansen, he's going for it.
Oh my god, he has done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go through the outside and he's going to overtake. Yeah, Stijn Prince. Max Jansen is leading the Austrian Grand Prix here at Ace Racing League. We have never expected this newcomer to be an absolute even, someone who can hold up a candle to the one and only Stijn Prince, but he has done it. Maybe this is going to be a debut win for Max Jansen, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's still maintaining the lead. What a racer this is. Maybe we'll see a new talent, but Stijn Prince is a really, really experienced driver. He's been here since the start of our league. That's why
he went on the grass. If we're going to see an overtake right now for Stijn Prince. Yes, he does. Max Jansen made a mistake under pressure, and he's gone off to the cross, and Stijn Prince has taken the lead off him. But we have a championship lead battle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. These two drivers, he's going to open up his DRS, Max Jansen, and it is, and he's going to go through the right side. Is he going to go for an overtake? No, but it catches on. But good motor racing, Formula 3.
Yeah, we saw also in other Formula 3 leagues, we saw really good racing with those cars. They're really holding something on, and Jansen's gone really close on the brakes. The yellow car as the Renault car Daniel Ricciardo is in. And we see him with DRS, he's coming really, really close and he's overtaking, but on the brakes he changed the direction. Was normally
Stijn Prince locking up. Stijn Prince locking up his front wheels as he tries to come very close to the braking point, but he's in a slipstream right now. He might just make it, but you don't want to be in the slipstream of someone else when you're going in through a long left-hander. Is he going to make it, ladies and gentlemen, or is this going to be one hell of a disaster, as we've seen before? Ooh, a bit of twitching of the race leader, Max Jansen, but Stijn Prince is going to come very close to him, and he's going to get him on the braking. No, but they are on the ragged edge of these cars. You can see the disc brakes in the distance just glowing right there. But he is. Stijn Prince is going to open up his DRS at this point to try to overtake the race leader. Is he going to take him on the inside of the uphill? No, he does not.
Yes, he also has a real gap right now. So, I don't know if he's in the 1 second window, but as we already mentioned before, Stijn Prince is a really experienced driver, and he may knows the car a little better than Jansen does. And where he get... Oh, there's a little oversteer from him, as we know it from Vladislav Muchilienko, but Stijn Prince, with his 167 points after Montreal, is really catching up to Vladislav Muchilienko with only 200 points. But we see now Jansen is really charming him. Stijn Prince is sweating right now in this cockpit and having a little thought about what he's doing and what his excuses are if he misses the race win. But the race is not over yet. There's still 18 laps to go, and Stijn Prince is going for the overtake.
Yes, he does, ladies and gentlemen. Stijn Prince has just had the better exit and overtakes the race leader, Max Jansen. But it is still not over. Both of them are going through the right-hander very close to each other. Maybe Max Jansen's going to open up his DRS and he's going to come very close to the race leader, Stijn Prince. Is he going to go through the right side? No, he defends through the inside, and he's not going to have it because he is very...
Yes, the switchback move worked. He has a better exit. He's having a better exit, way better, and with the DRS as well. Really good move from Jansen, because he made the switchback, or he overtook Stijn Prince right after the detection mark. So he opened the DRS, or he timed it perfectly so he can open the DRS for overtaking. this is real racecraft we see right here. But Steinprinz is still half a second down, which is not much here. He can make this little time up during the DRS zones and also through the corners. We see that Jan Johnson is really slow through turn 9, or slower than Steinprinz, because these cars are traveling at a really high speed. Am I right, Simon?
Yes, you are absolutely right. And you can see that, oh my god, he's going to go for the overtake, and he is going to go for the inside. No, but they are very close, almost drifting into the wall. Here you can see them again trying to do their absolute best apex into the right-hander as they go. Maybe Stan Prince is going to go for the DRS again. No, he isn't. He's still way too far away. But we have forgotten that in the back image right there is Vladislav Matviyenko trying to get into this game as well. Maybe he's going to heat up.
Third.
He's already third, ladies and gentlemen. He's only 3 seconds off the pace of the race leaders. He's right there in the back. He's trying to join up into this party. I haven't seen racing like this since 2014 in Bahrain between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg.
Yeah, they're really going for the lead right now, and we're really excited to see how their pit stop strategies are gonna unfold.
Yes, of course, they have to pit stop.
Yeah, because maybe we'll see an undercut from Steinprinz if he stays behind, but it doesn't look like that. Steinprinz is going for the inside through turn 5. Wonderful move, and can he? Yes, he keeps the spot in front.
He is ahead of the race leader. Stan Prince is now leading the race again. What a absolute mayhem is this. This is one of the most exciting races ever. And I don't care if my neighbors are getting very angry at me, because it is still allowed to make noises where I live.
Yes, maybe you should open the window and shout out of the window, subscribe.
I have something funny for you to do. You're not gonna believe this. My window is actually open at this point.
Yes. Hopefully everybody's gonna see you commentating with this passion. And if you, ladies and gentlemen, watching, have this passion for racing too, please drop a like and smash the subscribe button. Turn on notification to that you don't miss any other race for our league. And we see here Johnson is charging Steinprinz a half a second off, and Vladislav Matviyenko has gained 6/10 in the last lap. And this is also a factor, because when they're battling, they're much more under pressure, and they need to look more in the rear mirror, so they're braking a little meter fewer and going on the throttle a little meters after. And at the back there, we see overtaking on 6th and 7th place. There's a big battle going on, but I don't know if the...
Oh my god, Stan Prince has overcooked it! Stan Prince has overcooked it, and he is gone!
Vladislav is coming!
And that means he is in the hands of Vladislav Matviyenko, who has just overtaken him, but no, he's going to stay right behind him, but Stan Prince is trying to do his absolute best. Oh my god. He's going into the pits. Very, very smart move, because the other 2 drivers still haven't done that. I think if he can go faster at this, he can take the undercut and go ahead of the other drivers.
There is Steinprinz in the pits. He's waiting for his pit stop, and the pit stop is complete. Really fast pit stop, and he's coming in 3rd place. No, 4th. Yes, he's going at 4th place, and almost smashed his car into the wall in the pit lane. But we'll see at the back. Barnsdale, he spun. Yeah, car with number 2.
Spun again.
Right car with the start number 2, and we see him on the gravel, really spinning his tires to that. And Kruger's also coming and overtaking Barnsdale. Really on 4. What is he doing? I'm really sorry. What is he doing with his car? And at the back, we saw a car spinning. At the back, there was a car spinning, but I don't know which it was.
It's Hassel Verheijen. It's Hassel Verheijen. He spun again. What a dear drama this is right now at the race. On board now with Max Janssen, who's gone very wide, but still manages to keep everything under control. My screen is so pixely, I can almost count them. The sad part is due to the track is very unstable on the server, but I hope the other drivers are still managing very well to stay between their racing times and try to do the best laps as possible. Sadly for the internet, that is impossible. If we can go over to David Lelt, who is very close to Vladislav Muchlienko, who's been overtaking Stijn Prince.
And we see here Vladislav Muchlienko is really, yes.
Oh my God.
Your mouse. We can see this exciting race in the middle of the Styrian Mountains, and we see the head of the marshal post. Thank you very much. You have really nice hair. I appreciate it. And here we see Vladislav Muchlienko really close to Stijn Prince. May we see now a overtake in the pits of Janssen, but David Lels is also charging at it. I don't know if he pitted yet. Can somebody tell me? Please help. And Lels hasn't stopped, I think. We just heard here from Ray Control.
We still have no idea if he has pitted or not. Here we have Vladislav Muchlienko on P3. His flames are spitting out of the back of the exhaust. Very glowing brakes as he goes into the right-hander. He's coming closer to Stijn Prince by the second. Max Janssen has a 20-second lead ahead of Stijn Prince due to the fact that he did a pit stop. But we still have one thing on our hands, is when is Max Janssen going to pit? And if his strategy is going to work out, and if he at least can take another few tenths of his time. Here we see the beautiful Marshall on the side of the track again with that helmet. No homo. This is one of the best races ever.
Oh, there goes! Vladislav Muchlienko is so close.
Oh my God! And they're side by side.
Turn 4 again. It's again this turn 4. What is going on? Wait, maybe we need some. He's overtaking. He's overtaking into 6.
He has just overtaken Stijn Prince.
What the hell? But it's Hessel. Hessel's on the side of the track, getting the left. He's not 3 laps down, but Vladislav Muchlienko, he's overtaking Stijn Prince. What is going on with the Dutchman? He's really not concentrated right now. And Janssen's in the pits. Janssen's in the pits.
Janssen's in the pits, and we still have a 20-second lead ahead of the other driver.
Yes, he stopped. And Muchlienko, we see him. Janssen, get on the throttle now! But he has a shorter distance to travel. No, he's behind. He's behind.
He has. Oh my God!
What is going on? Oh my God, no!
Oh,
No! With the words of Lewis Hamilton. Oh no! What happened right there? The newcomer from 1st to 5th, from hero to 5th. No, what happened there to him? We're really sorry. F
but
in
that
the chat,
means,
please. F in the chat right there.
Oh, but the sad part is, now that Max Janssen is out of the mix, that means that Stijn Prince and Vladislav Muchlienko are going to battle for the race win right now. We still only have... Oh my God, there's a driver. There's a back marker right there who's just gone off onto the gravel. And Stijn Prince right there having the better exit of the corner. And Vladislav Muchlienko getting very close to Stijn Prince, who is ahead. Still almost 50 meters into the braking zone. Last 2 corners. Here is the DRS zone right now. Is he going to make it? We are on board with Vladislav Muchlienko. He opens up his DRS. Is he going to go through the inside or the outside? Stijn Prince has to defend through the inside, but no, it's not enough. He is still ahead of the and he does a spin, and they almost make contact, but Vladislav still manages to stay on the side of him. This is racing on the edge, but Stijn Prince is now in 2nd place. I think I've just lost my other commentator because I can't hear him anymore. But
no, I'm here. I just need to have a little sip of water. This is so exhausting commentating. This is really tight racing right there into 4 again. What is going on with this turn 4?
It is the cursed corner of the Ace Racing League channel at this point. Yeah, we can see the other driver just still staying over there. I think he is beached and there's no way of him exiting the gravel at this point. But sadly, we aren't pussies and we're not going to call in a safety car at this point. Well,
Well,
and
we
here we
hope
can
so. We're not. I don't know. And yeah, back to the race. Here we see Vladislav Muchalenko 5-10 of the leader, but we also saw somebody on 12th place catching up
my
to
God,
the
he
race
is on
lead. How incredible is this, ladies and gentlemen? Please, everybody, how incredible is this? And we saw a really excited place of the Marshall, excited face of the Marshall right there. He is doing the Iceman. He had no feelings for the race, but not as we had. But Vladislav Kuchenko is opening up his DRS. He's going to the outside. Outside is better than inside through this corner, and Steinprinz gets the car stopped right.
Oh my God, that made contact!
They crashed. No, Vladislav Muchalenko and Janssen can pick up the pace again.
I think we'll have a very hard debate on who is going to have a replay on that, because we had a clear view on that, and probably there is some investigation at the moment going on.
Maybe I should investigate this right now, so give me some seconds. And who is off the track right there? Please get this man please get the man a car who tows him out.
It
He
is
can't
Hassel
have
Verheyen.
dinner in his car because there's no pizza services on this area.
It is Hassel Verheyen, as just heard from the race control. And Max Janssen is now in P2. If you will excuse yourself and go have a look on the investigation of that incident, you can maybe have some more information on what the race result is going to be. And I think it's going to be another Canada Vettel versus Hamilton incident. But anyway, Steinprinz is still leading into the race. We have a midfield race at this point with Mission Spenau, with Nikolai Nagelveld in the front, and he's going to try his absolute best to come close to the P5 in front of him, because in this championship every point counts. He's going to go through the right side of the uphill, and now they're going downhill as well. Very hard on his power. You can see him opening up his DRS and trying to do his absolute best to come in front of Nikolai Nagelveld, but it's not going to happen because he's way too far. He's more than half a second behind him, but behind him is Lodewijk Berquin in the beautiful Gulf livery of his Renault Formula 3 car, and he's going to come very close to him after every corner. Ooh, and almost in contact as he overbrakes himself, but he still manages to stay very close on the exit of the corner. 3 cars as a train going through each other.
And my question is right now, why does Mission Spinner has vodka on his car? He's doing advertisement for alcoholic drinks. I don't know if he's like matured age right there, but I don't know what the
Formula One still does alcoholic advertisements unless they go to an Arabic country or a country where it isn't allowed. Here we are.
So maybe in Abu Dhabi, move it and cover it with a 90 years of Mission Spino. But never mind. I just looked at the racing incident right there, and I'm really sorry to tell it, but Vladislav Muchalenko. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's his fault. The championship leader made a mistake. One of, as with the famous words of Michael Schumacher, 1999 Canadian Grand Prix. Can I be human? Yes, they're all humans who are sitting behind the wheels. And Vladislav Muchalenko, he was just an inch with the left rear tire, was just an inch on the grass, or on the green thing beside the curb. And I'm sorry to say, but it was his fault, and yeah, now he spun and got overtaken by Janssen already. So Vladislav Muchalenko down in 3rd place. He oversteered on the green, not unnatural grassy thing side of the curb. I
Yeah, it's just,
unfortunately don't know
one of
the
those
name for it.
fake grass thingies you
Yeah.
have on a football field. Oh, and Lodewijk Bakwan coming very close to the Mason Spinner, who's in front. He's going to open up his DRS, and the Mason Spinner is defending him through the inside, but he has the more speed, so he is in front of him. Who's going to have the back braking zone? He's going to go through the inside. I'm so surprised he didn't make a mistake, but Lodewijk Bakwan goes up into 6th place. Into the right hand, there goes Lodewijk Bakwan as he tries to stay as far away from the Wishing Spinner, who's only more than half a second behind him. He has a lot on his hands if we want to get close to Nicolai Nageveld. We still have 6 laps of this race left on our hands after a beautiful, dramatic, chaotic race, but still one for the records. When he goes onto the grass a little bit, but still manages to stay very close in front. Nicolai Nageveld ahead of all drivers. And we have a back marker, I think it is, right there, getting overtaken by Stijn Prins, who is in front.
And Vladislav Motyenko is 15 seconds off pace of Stijn Prins. Now the Dutchman has 5 laps to stay at this distance he's had from the 2nd place, and Lodewijk Bakwan is, correct me if I'm pronouncing the names wrong, he's having a really good exit with open DRS, but still half a second behind with his beautiful Golf livery there, but he's getting closer to 5th place, 3/10 already, so he gained 2/10, which is really much in just in the DRS zone. And then we saw a little spit of fire entering turn 6 and now turn 7 and 8, which is really fast left-right-hander where you have to carry all the speed onto the curbs. And now still 5/10 off. Maybe he's going for it on DRS zone. What do you think, Ahmed?
I think he's going to go for the overtake on the DRS on the pit straight.
Nah, he's far away. He's far away. And he's not even activated DRS. I can't see anything on the display.
Well, he did manage to get a lot closer than before because he's only on a small second by day. He's only 3/10 of a second behind.
Yeah, it's open now. He's open now. He's going for the outside. On the brakes. Really.
Ooh, you could fit a cigarette paper between those two.
Yes, correct. A cigarette paper. I don't know, maybe it's a Camel cigarette paper, we don't know. But they're now heading for turn 4. Fire spitting exhaust right there. He's doing a switchback move as Janssen did on Vladislav Motyenko, I think it was. Oh no, on Stijn Prins. And they're heading now on to the Pirelli corner. Really good exit of Bakwan. But still doesn't manage to get through. What is going on here?
This is one of the most exciting races I've ever seen, and also a beautiful battle between the midfield. Both drivers is going absolutely very close to the driver in front, and he's going to do his absolute best to stay ahead of him. His DRS is opening up, as you can see from the outside footage. He's only half a second behind him. Maybe on the next track, next turn and small straight, we can see some other action right there. Very, very good exit of both drivers right there. He's going to go for the slipstream. Maybe he's going to catch up before he gets into the upper part above the hill at the end of this straight.
Close.
Oh, he's going to go through the outside. Is he going to make it?
No.
Oh, both drivers lock up, but they're very, very close.
And already DRS open. Now he's 2/10. Now he needs to get the overtake. Yes.
Oh my God.
But who is better?
Oh my God! There is another incident right there as Nicolai Nageveld is gone onto the grass and made a terrible mistake, and he had to correct it. He's almost a second off the pace right now, and that means that Lodewijk Perquin, after a long battle, has gone through P5.
Yes, that's true, but Steinprinz has built up his lead by 2 seconds, and we're only having 2 laps left, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see what's happening in the rest of this race. Here we see a really controlled exit, a really almost perfectly exit out of turn 4 from Steinprinz, and I love when the exhaust is spitfire. And there's still Hessel Verheyen at the same spot out of turn 6 in the gravel. Maybe he left the car already and gone for an ice cream right there. When at the same time Steinprinz is really beautifully flying and getting the car right on the right place out of turn 10, which is the cashback world.
Anyway, we are coming up to the second to last lap of this. Well, we have to be honest, this was a chaotic yet very thrilling race. Well, the lap times are going away from each other. Steinprinz is on the second to last lap of this race as he goes over after so many contacts, dramas, investigation as well, and a pit stop. But I think his pit stop strategy has worked out perfectly, and he's taken the undercut of the other drivers. Oh, wait, no,
And he also managed to drive clean. That's also a big factor there. He is the only, or one of the only drivers at the front. He managed to drive pretty decently good at his level, which is pretty high standards. He managed to get the car on the right place at the right time, and we see him here managing his tires home and entering the last time. He's entering the last time. I wanted to say the track length, but I really don't know it.
Pit straight, that's it. Ooh, very close contact of Nicolai Nagelveld with Lodewijk Perquin again. Maybe this is one for the record before one of them takes the lead ahead of the race. And, no, not the lead, I meant the position ahead of the other driver. Nicolai Nagelveld still trying to defend as much as possible, but Lodewijk Perquin trying to do his absolute best to get right on the outside of him. Is he going to go through the inside because he has DRS on it? He has the better braking spot. He is going through the inside. No, but he still manages to stay ahead of him.
Tight, really tight.
Very, very tight. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Nicolai Nagelveld ahead. Steinprinz in P1. He wins the Austrian Grand Prix.
Like, he's on the way of winning. He didn't win now.
Excuse me. I'm terribly sorry. I thought he just won.
Never mind. Now he's heading through turn 8, and he's entering turn 9 for the last time today, which is the Rindt corner. Turn 10, the cashback world. And he did a cashback. He managed to get 25 points in the Syrian Alps. He wins the Austrian Grand Prix with a nice 180 spin.
That's a 360
and
right there.
It almost hit it. And here's second place. Also, cashback for him. Vladislav Mutsenko, what a recovery drive. Really applaud. We're all booing in front of them. And here comes the newcomer, Max Janssen. And here we have CQ occupancy 99%, and also 99% done for him. Really nice drive of him. David Wells also crossing the line. 4th place. 5th place. Lodewijk.
Oh! Very close between the other drivers. Oh my god! Lodewijk Perquin has taken P5 away from Nicolai Nagelveld. Why haven't we been looking at that?
We've been looking at the crossings off the line. We're now heading here. 7th place, Mission Spino. 8th place, Brandon Kruger. 9th, Jeff Jacobs. And 10th, Arnaud Deswar. And of course, last but not least, Mr. 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 Stuck in the Gravel, Hessel Verheyen. So, next up, we're going to see you, ladies and gentlemen, at the interviews. Stay tuned. So, who's doing the interviews?
You'll do it.
Hello, Mr. Steinprint.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, this is like the first win, maybe, where I really feel like I deserved it. Because like my lap times were okay. I mean, halfway the race, yeah, I was just not concentrating well. I was not in the flow and making a lot of mistakes. But after Vlaje spun, I drove like every round, every lap, a 1:18.5. So
Yeah, we'll have your thoughts on this one. We saw from the outside view. How was it inside the cockpit when Vladislav Mucherienko turned into you? How did it feel to you? Was it his fault?
the
Did
first
you
or the
do
second
something?
time?
Second time where he
Oh yeah.
out of turn 4.
I mean, I was pretty much like not full luck, but I was really steering to the right. And I couldn't have steered more to the right because I would have spun if I did. But he was on the curb, so I guess he just got on the throttle too early, and then his back wheel hit the curb, I guess, and that's why he spun. I mean, the curbs around here are really dangerous.
And that's 100 points in the quiz for you. 25 points in the standings.
Thank you.
Thank you for a really deserved win. Thank you
Yeah,
very much for
thanks.
the interview.
No problem.
Mr. Recovery Drive. What are your thoughts on your drive today? Big chaotic race, we know it, we saw it. How are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, hello. So, congratulations for Stein for the win. And yeah, the race had a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
saw
what
it.
to say else.
We saw it from spinning into Steinprinz from his point of view 2 times, but great recovery drive from you. Really well done.
Well, in the first lap, my car was really badly damaged. So, after I got into the pit stops, I finally caught race again. I catched up to first two guys battling. And then when I battled with Stein, I took the corner as usual. But the thing is that this track, I don't know what's wrong with it. When I got onto the curb, it just auto spinned me without even getting on the throttle. So yeah,
We saw it. Really unfortunate spin for you. I hope you're enjoying the rest of the evening. We as the viewers enjoyed really the recovery drive from today, and we hope we see a nice comeback from you next race.
okay, thank you.
Uh,
Who's going to do the
yeah,
outro?
I just finish it here right here. So not a really or a pretty emotional Vladimir Muchilienko. He still built out his lead of his first place in the standings. And thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, from my side. And thank you for our broadcaster, Jamal, and you, Samit.
Yeah, thank you very much for collaborating in this commentary. I hope to have some other commentaries as well in the future with you because it was so much fun of having someone again with me who can also take over from time to time because doing this alone is just very tiring. But anyway, thank you very much for uh, watching with us today. I need to have a sip of water because I have a lump in my throat at this point. This has been one of the most exciting races I've ever seen on Ace Racing League, and I hope you're with us next time. Have a good day and goodbye.